Hey guys, today I am going to be doing a discussion, I guess you'd call it, on Miracles from the Heart because I'm not actually going to give it a rating. For anybody who knows me and who follows me on social media, you'll see that me and the author, Paulett Forshey, we are connected on social media enough that I didn't feel comfortable actually giving the book a proper review. It can be kind of tricky when you know the writer. I've only met her in person once, but we are connected enough on social media that I didn't feel like I could give an open, complete review that you guys would say, okay, she wasn't biased because that's somebody she knows. But I do at the same time want to share this book because it was a good read and I read it, and you can make your own decisions about whether it is something for you or not. First off, it is really short. I would recommend, maybe if you're going to read it, getting it on Kindle. I believe when I checked it was 99 cents. I got the paperback when I met her, and I got it because there's a dog and I love dogs and Christmas. So, but yeah, I definitely think 99 cents on Kindle, totally worth it. For the paperback, I mean, it's a little on the short side, so that's kind of up to you. And I will say too, and this may or may not, make you a little less likely to buy. There's quite a bit of pages at the end. I would say about 10 pages that is a preview to the next book. So it makes the book that is already kind of short even shorter. The total pages on this is about 60 prior to that excerpt. So just be aware of that if you decide to purchase not on Kindle. Like I said, 99 cents on Kindle, I totally would recommend for that. So let me start with, there's two short stories in here. And I am going to take a look at my notes because it has now been a little over a week since I read this. I only get to record once a week because I record at the library. So the first story is 28 pages, and the main characters are Colette and Alexander. And they've entered into this marriage of convenience 5 years ago. And we flash forward 5 years, and their marriage is okay, but it's not where it could be / maybe should be. And then a dog is involved, and there's a Christmas miracle kind of sort of involving the dog, and it brings them close together. It's hard to say much without spoiling them because they are fairly short stories. Of the two stories in this book, I didn't love the first one as much, only because I felt like it was so much, and it could have been a really good novel. I wanted it to be a novel. Like, I enjoyed it. It was very like romance tropes, and I really liked the characters and the story that was being told. I wanted so much more, and I felt there was enough content that it could have been a novel length. Like, they had so much backstory and so many scenes between them that they kind of refer to, or discussions they refer to, and I'm like, man, I would have liked to see that. I would have liked a good flashback so I could have been there for that, instead of just hearing them as a couple mention, hey, this is what happened, we talked about this, or when you said this and we had this discussion, I felt type thing. And I was like, no, I want to hear that discussion. So that is my biggest issue with the first book, first story. It was really good. I really enjoyed it, but I really would have liked it to have more, to be like novel length. It had enough complexity and meat in it that at least we could have gotten a novella out of it, and maybe even a whole novel. So I don't want to say I was disappointed with the first story because I really did enjoy it, but I wanted so much more. And if she ever were to be like, hey, I'm taking that first story and like writing a novel version of it, I would totally be the first one in line to buy it. So I liked it, but I really would have liked more. Now, the second story, I just loved. I really did. It was everything you could want from a Christmas short story, in my opinion. So it's called, the first story was called The Gift. And the second was called Magic of the Christmas Flute. And it was again everything I want from a Christmas short story. So Eli is this hardworking farmer, and he is living with and taking care of his elderly father and his daughter. Now, his daughter's mother ran off, and so Eli's just having kind of a rough time. And his daughter really, really, really wants this flute for Christmas, okay? And Eli can't afford it, even though he really wants to give it to her. And I can't go into too much detail without spoiling it, but let's just say that there was a Christmas miracle, and it is a little bit on the supernatural side, like, a Christmas miracle. And they find a way to get her this flute, again, Christmas miracle. It's so good. So good. I cried. I bawled. It's been a little bit since I've really cried, especially with a Christmas book. But I cried. It was so good. It's just everything I love in a Christmas story, including that magic. I love the Christmas magic and the supernatural elements of Christmas miracles, and just the characters were so good, and the little girl, was so sweet and just so loving, and just totally deserved the miracle. And I felt bad for Eli and all the stuff he was going through, and the complexity, in such a short story, there's so much complexity with Eli's relationship with his daughter, and with his father, and with his ex-wife, and with his mother who's passed on. And it just, such a good story. So of the two, I really liked the second better, The Magic of the Christmas Flute. I did like the first one, really, really, really loved the second one. So if you are looking for a short, again, it is very short. That's the only thing that makes me a little hesitant about overly recommending it. I really enjoyed it, but it is short. But again, it's 99 cents on Kindle, so it may not be a big deal that it's short. I definitely recommended it. It's good. So, Magic of the Christmas Flute and the Christmas Gift in the Miracles from the Heart book. Again, short, a little bit of it's a preview, totally worth 99 cents on Kindle. A great little Christmas read. Alright guys, social media and everything is below. Subscribe for more content, and I will see you next time. Bye.